I was doing a radio show in August of 2008. I think, it had to be August. It was August 2008. And, when you do radio, you do remotes. And when you do remotes, it's because there's some sort of sponsorship deal that's there. And in this case, I was doing radio for a station that had the contract for Duke football. Okay. And this is the first year of Cut Clips, which is to say they were ass until proven otherwise. Right. And so I guess it was some kind of like fun football, blink, some kind of, come watch the football team this season event. And I'm there at that awful stadium and I'm up in the box and I'm doing the show. And somebody sent me a link and was like, this is the 100-meter dash finals from Beijing. I was unaware that Usain Bolt existed, right? I had no clue that this guy was anybody. And I remember they went up and down the line and they said that he was the world record holder. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that obviously means something. And this big old 6'5" dude, and they get down the line and they say it's him. And he does that shit where he starts rubbing his face. And then he does the whole like bow and arrow type thing or whatever that was. And I was like, I wonder what's going on here. And the race started, like all the Usain Bolt races start, where all the dudes with the shorter legs get this lead. And then it looked like they stayed still and he got shot out of a cannon. And before he even gets to the finish line, he's turning around and looking at them. I think he only broke the Olympic record there. But I was I could not believe it was that amazing just watching somebody run in a straight line.
It is astonishing to watch somebody make something that simple. I think that's the thing that makes Bolt so stunning, because he's doing something that anyone can do. That's the thing. It's not like you might watch an NHL player play and you're 3 steps removed from even starting that process, understanding that process. You have to learn how to skate. You'd have to learn how to handle a puck. You got to learn how to shoot, and you got to learn how to play defense. Like you're 3 or 4 steps removed from ever starting that. There's a lot of gear. Usain Bolt can do his job in his birthday suit. Like that's running. He could just run. And the fact that everything about him was different. It'd be different if he were one of these running back looking guys, right? Like Gatlin was one of these guys who you go, okay, I know for a fact football ties. He could do that if he wanted to. No. Towering. Huge. Awful starter. Awful starter. Everybody who knows track and field will look at his starts and go, it does not make sense. It does not make sense how bad Bolt is off the line and where he ends up. There are times when you look at athletes like Bolt, a guy who stands out for me like right now, who's that kind of guy, who's a complete different sport, but a different level of this. A simple thing, riding a bike, Tadej Pogacar. I'm probably butchering his name. He's a rider. Do you know what his chief asset is, Bo? All right. Relative to his peers, pain tolerance. Pain tolerance. He takes more pain and can hurt longer than anyone else. Riders like Lance Armstrong, okay, who, while augmented, certainly had his share of being able to take pain, are like, yeah, he's the best. It's not close, right? Or when you watch Leo Messi, at 5'5", right? A guy who looks like a normal human being, and suddenly he's doing something with the ball that normal human beings have never done. Not like, kind of like this guy. No, one of one. And I think that's what we're talking about here is when you go, you have redefined something that other people thought was done. We thought we knew how to run. No, Usain Bolt actually knows how to run. The rest of us are just learning.
First of all, nice of you to call 5'5" normal. Second thing on Usain Bolt, I don't know if you remember in 2012 in London where he won the 100-meter final. And I remember that Tyson Gay ran a 9.85 and did not get a medal. But what I remember that I will never lose sight of is how happy silver and bronze were. Because they understood going in. Gold was not on the table, right? Like, you know what, silver in that race, you know what it felt like? It felt like Kobe's 81. Kobe's 81 is not the most points that anybody has ever scored, but we have decided that 100 thing is not happening. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go getting that silver when gold is really like triple platinum.
When we can take all of your accomplishments and turn someone else's second place into their first, that's how I know you occupy a unique place of immense gravity in the sporting cosmos. Everybody who played against Michael Jordan, everybody, you go, man, Charles Barkley, that's incredible. He had 50 in a playoff game. Well, why am I mentioning that? Because you never touching a ring. Never touching a ring. Why? Because there was a very selfish man, a very selfish and very gifted man who didn't want anybody else. The list of players that he denied titles to, absolutely incredible. And that's what we're talking about. You know, like I am when I think about all of the like swimmers, all of the like lady swimmers who put in thousands of hours, Bo, like black line fever, right? I'm just looking at the pool. This is all I'm doing. I went to Stanford. I got a 4.0. I finished first. I beat everybody. I'm faster in the water than anybody else. Katy Ledecky walks in. You know what you do? Silver feels great. Silver's a nice medal. I love it.
Yep. That was it the 1500
Mm-hmm.
where like she's out and dry in her regular clothes.
Yeah.
And you just got finished with the hardest earned silver of your life.
Yeah. Congratulations. That's the best silver anyone's ever gotten. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like honestly, with her, I like why you even be trying hard? Like it's I mean, if you want to, that's fine. I'm not saying that you can't, but like you ever consider like just a leisurely stroll through the pool? I mean, I think you'd still win.
You know, she can take a glass of milk and put it on the back of her head and swim and it doesn't spill. There's video of this. I am not lying. You can go watch. I encourage you to go watch. That's a different human being. We're playing different sports. I made a new sport and now you have to play it. And you will finish second or third every time because I'm just that much better. And I think this is I can go on about this for days because I think there's no end. Nothing is hyperbole when we talk about some of these athletes. Nothing is exaggeration. The things that they are doing, like the things that Maradona did on the soccer field, right? While the numbers don't exactly show it because of the game, everyone talks about he saw space differently. He made the ball and the game something different when he was on the field. And that's what we're talking about, right? Like, I think musicians get this a lot too, right? Like when somebody asked Eric Clapton, hey, you know, like, what's that feel like being the best guitarist in the world? And he's like, go ask Prince, because it's not me.